This is a Spooneyful podcast, chronically candid conversations, and I'm your host, Morgan Green. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to a Spooneyful. So this week, I was kind of inspired by a show I was watching. Don't ask me what show, because I watch a lot of things. But essentially, the main character made a statement alluding to the fact that you can find a positive out of every negative situation. And for some reason, that kind of stuck with me throughout the week. And I wanted to talk about it with you guys because I want to know what you guys think. And of course, I'll share my thoughts on the situation. But something super duper negative, I guess my first question would be, are you able to find the good in any and every situation, even the most grim and bleak situation, such as dealing with a chronic illness? So for myself personally, I know that it took a while. It took a long while for me to find anything positive because I was just in, so much of a negative headspace, depressed and just woe is me and really struggling with all the changes that hit me. But through time and through working on like my mental wellness and my self-love, I won't say, look on the bright side, but I'm in a more positive headspace. And I feel like, of course, when you are in a good place, of course you can see positives, but when you are going through it or, in the throes of a difficult situation, I don't know many people who can turn and be like, oh, well, silver lining here, and dwell in that. If you are the type of person, shout out to you. We need to talk. Be my mentor because I'm still struggling personally. But beyond that, I know for me, what I can say is my positive out of being diagnosed with MG is what I'm doing now, which is helping other women with chronic illnesses. I don't know if that was the reason, or how people say, oh, there's a reason for everything. And if you're a religious person, oh, to God be the glory and he has a plan. And I can't say that I know for certain that this was the plan for me. Like, oh, you have to go through something very, very traumatic and depressing and difficult in order to get to this place. However, oftentimes your test is, your testimony. And, for me, the positive out of being diagnosed with a chronic illness is the work that I do with my community, is the support that I get from other people, living with chronic illnesses, is the programs that I'm able to create and like my affirmation cards and different things, because I enjoy helping other people. Like that is something that is really, has always been a passion of mine. When I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor because I wanted to help people. And no, I'm not a doctor, but I still feel like I am able to help other people. And I'm also mirroring my passion for creativity, and doing this type of stuff helps me do that. So yes, I'm able to find a positive now. When I was first diagnosed, the last thing I was thinking about was helping other people along their journey. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So I am curious if you all in general are, just these super duper positive seeking people, always able to look on the bright side, or if you're like, nah, you just not rocking with it, because I understand. And then I was just thinking about if that statement was an example of just like toxic positivity, forcing yourself to find the good in every situation. I know it's a good process, or practice rather, not process. It's a good practice to have because you want to train your brain to not dwell in negativity. However, I don't ever want anyone to negate or sweep the negative experience under the rug for the sake of, oh, I have to find positive in the situation because otherwise I'm going to be sad. Like, I think it's normal. Like, yeah, I had my moments, years, and it wasn't just a moment, years of feeling, down in the dumps about what was happening to me. And now that I work through those things, or am working through those things, because I will be honest and say that I'm still working on a lot of things. I've talked about, the triggers and the trauma and PTSD and just different things that come up for me from time to time. So it's something that I'm still working on. But now that I am not in the, the throes of it, I am able to find positivity in what has happened to me. And I mean, I guess hindsight is 2020, but for me, myself personally, no, I am not always able to find the positive in every situation when I'm in like the middle of it. And I just want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this topic of, do you feel like you're able to find the positive in being diagnosed with your chronic illness? If so, I'm interested in hearing what it is, what you were able to come up with, what has come from it. If you have never thought of anything positive coming from your chronic illness, maybe you can take this as like a journal prompt and reflect and see if you can come up with anything. You may have, overlooked it, because sometimes when we're in the day-to-day, it's easy to overlook, the little and small things that have changed and the blessings. I mean, some blessings could be some things that may have happened, would be, oh, you lost friends. But the positive of that situation could be maybe those people really weren't your friends. You know what I'm saying? Negatives could be that, oh, you had to, change your job because of your illness. But the positive could be, oh, now you have a chance to go into business for yourself. Like, there are ways to look at it, but how readily are you prepared to do those things? Like, and when does that shift happen, I guess, for a lot of people? Like, again, my shift didn't happen until I started doing the work for myself and like reflecting on myself. I started blogging, not with the hopes of, helping other people. I started blogging to help myself. And from that, I was able to help other people. So yeah, but who's to say that I wouldn't have been a blogger otherwise? No, I wouldn't have been talking about chronic illnesses, but I've always loved to write. And in fact, I had a blog in college that was just random. But yes, certain things are very intrinsic. So that was just food for thought for me this week. I don't have anything too heavy for you guys because I am working on a lot. If you've been following my Instagram, you've seen me running around, particularly with my head cut off. And because of that stress, dealing with all the pressure that I've placed on myself, my body has been acting crazy this week. And I don't even have the bandwidth to go into full detail. But I will say that I'm working on releasing the next cohort of my Love Yourself Well rehab program. And I'm revamping it from what I did before. If you guys know, back in February, I did it. And this revamp, wow, I know it's going to be rewarding because I often, put a lot of pressure on myself to just deliver the best I can, because I want, number one, I want everything associated with my name to be, tip top. But number two, because I am so passionate about this and because I want people to really get what I'm intending for them to get out of it, because there is so much to be gotten. There's so much reward for me in helping other people work through some of the things that are keeping them from loving themselves with the chronic illness, because I've been there. And so it just really, really pulls at my heartstrings. And I just want to pour all of me into this project, because I know that the women who sign up and participate are going to get so much out of it. And I just don't, not let them down, but I just want them to get everything that I can. I'm trying to squeeze it all in, and I'm trying to do it on unrealistic timelines, but that is a discussion for another day, how there's never enough spoons in a day. So that is all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is a short one, but please reach out to me and let me know. I want to know has having a chronic illness made it easier or harder for you to find the positive in negative situations? And let me slide in my DMs. Tell me what positive things have come out of you having a chronic illness or being diagnosed, or just your diagnosis journey, anything that was once a traumatic or, negative situation. Or tell me if you think this is a whole bunch of poppycock and nobody should ever say that, and thinking this way is just toxic. I really want my podcast to be a catalyst for discussion and conversation in the community, because we have to talk about some of the things that I don't think get enough shine. And it's not all glitter and gold, over here. So That is all I have for you. Stay tuned. Make sure you have subscribed to my email or follow me on Instagram, because when I announce the release of the enrollment for Love Yourself Well, you definitely do not want to miss it. And I will talk to you guys next week. Wait, did I say Happy New Month? See ya.